One of the earliest forms of food preservation, dash. For instance, if you put a cabbage on the shelf for a few weeks, it will spoil. But if you ferment it into a sauerkraut, it will last for months. Which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English? Option A. Usability of food can be extended for months by fermentation. Option B. Fermentation can extend the usability of food for months. Option C. Fermentation allows for the usability of food to be extended for a period of months. Option D. Usability of food can, through a process of fermentation, be extended for months. How will you solve this question? If you look at the beginning of the sentence, you can see a phrase here, one of the earliest forms of food preservation. That is going to be our modifier. Now we have to ask ourselves, what should this modify? So what it has to modify should be placed immediately after the modifier. So what is one of the earliest forms of food preservation? The earliest forms of food preservation should be obviously fermentation. So our option should actually begin with fermentation. So we have to choose an option that begins with fermentation, right? So it would clearly modify fermentation. So by looking at the options, you can clearly eliminate A and D. Now we have B and C, right? So let's take a look at the options one by one. Option A, usability of food can be extended for months by fermentation. A is clearly incorrect because that is not the subject of the modifier. The modifier should modify fermentation. So because that's one of the earliest forms of food preservation. It's not usability, so A is eliminated. Moving on to option B, fermentation. So like we have seen earlier, one of the earliest forms of food preservation, which is fermentation, can extend the usability of food for months. So let's keep B on hold because B clearly starts with fermentation. Moving on to option C. Option C starts again with fermentation. So there is a chance C can also be the right answer. But again, let's see which one would be the best, C or B. Fermentation allows for the usability of food to be extended for a period of months. Now option C again looks to be too wordy, right? The number of words used is too much, right? Allows for, right? Period of, right? Does not add much value to the sentence. So option C can be clearly eliminated because it's too long compared to option B. So as of now, B is the proper answer. Finally, moving on to option D, usability of food can, through a process of fermentation, be extended for months. Again, the modifier should not modify usability. For that reason, D is eliminated. The correct answer is option B.